Hi guys, welcome to today's lecture, and today we'll be looking at the nature of science. Today we'll be looking at the nature of science. So basically, I would still want to review what science is. From our last video, I said that science was coined from a Latin word, scientia, which means knowledge. Right? So, in this video, we'll be looking at how science came to be. Like, what is the nature of science? What is the objective of science? What does science have to offer in the in our world today? So basically, the nature of science is simply exploring certain characteristics and also some observations that are gotten based on different analysis that are being done. What am I trying to say? In science, there are certain things that would make science, and without that, we cannot say this is science. What am I talking about? I'm simply talking about the characteristics of science, or we can say the characteristics of the nature of science. And the first thing to be considered, or the first term to be considered, is that science deals with empirical evidences or empirical evidence. What that simply means is that in science, we are not having any form of gainsay. Everything is based on evidences provided. We are not assuming, we are not, it is not dogmatic. When I mean dogmatic, I'm trying to say that science is not dogmatic. What that simply means is that in science, a dogma is something that cannot be questioned, or something that cannot be altered. You just take it the way it was said. But in science, we don't do that. Everything is based on an empirical evidence that will be provided during the course of a research work or anything at all. So this is the first characteristic to be explored when we're talking about the nature of science. That is how science is, what makes science science. And the second thing is that it is testable, that is testability. It is testable. What this simply means is that the evidence is provided maybe during the course of an ongoing research can be subjected to different form of tests, and these tests are what will be responsible for the results that will be provided to back up a particular claim. So that is what testability is all about. And also the third one is that it is critical. It is critical and it is critically analyzed. So in science, whatever you're doing has to be subjected to various forms of analysis, and these analyses are done without any form of sentiment. That means even if you're trying to back up a particular claim, you cannot be sentimental. You have to do your analysis based on the evidences provided, how they are being tested, and now the analysis is based on some critical measures, some parameters that will be provided, that will be used as a yardstick for that particular analysis. So that simply tells us that in every scientific work, we are going to be critically analyzing whatever we get as results. So this is a very important characteristic of science. And another important characteristics of science is that it is reproducible. That is reproducibility. Reproducibility. This simply means that a particular work, let's say I am interested in performing a particular experiment, and from that my work, someone else might actually be interested in that. So that person can continue or can add up to what I had already done before his own work. That is to say, there is continuity in the knowledge. Hence, any work at all being done is not static. That work can be analyzed by someone else, and also it can be subjected to further testing or further hypothesis. So these are the characteristics of science as relates to the nature of science itself. So that will be all for this video, and I hope to see you guys in the next. Thank you.